friends, hello and welcome back. Hope everyone's having a lovely day. It is Stanley Cup playoff season. It is Stanley Cup playoff card season. We have the Master Set, and then we have the Stanley Cup playoff cards that upgrade. One upgrade point for every series win after the first round. 2 points for every player whose team wins a series in the first round. Then you get 1 point if one of them win the Conn Smythe. Max 98 overall, 99 for the Conn Smythe winner. Chance for a guy to go 99. I don't know if we can see a Conn Smythe winner in any of these players in particular. Not. It doesn't look like, and you know, it is kind of easier to tell the Conn Smythe winner. The odds of them picking a non-super, top tier player, I'm looking for here, one of the elite players on a team, it rarely does happen. So you kind of look at some of these guys and say, I don't know. If you look at Florida, you're going to say like, Bobrovsky, Reinhart, guys like that probably win it. Carolina, Seth Jarvis got a chance. Seth Jarvis got a great chance, actually. Sebastian Aho, maybe, guys like that. William Karlsson, same story. I mean, you can see him doing it. Sean Monahan, you see, who do you give it to? I think again, you'd say Hellebuck's going to win it over there. Is it early? Hard to tell. Anything can happen. Absolutely. At 98 overall, it's still an excellent card. Absolutely. And we're seeing some of these cards, even now, they're only like 100K, 150K starting out. And that's understandable because, again, if it's only a 90 overall, it's only going to be worth so much. Only one team's going to win the Stanley Cup. But first and foremost, we're going to go over the Master Set players before we decide who we're looking at in that department. You have Kyle Connor, 96 speed, 99 shot across the board. Sick card. Loving that Kyle Connor. Playmaking forward, checking boost. He's got face off. He does have 2-way force. He's not a center, is he? He's not a center, but hey, helps you out if you're looking for that synergy. Philip Grubauer, Kraken legend. Philly Grubs. 99 glove height. Ooh, that might be a nice card. We don't usually go after the goaltenders, but a 99 on a stick height and glove height. You talk about a guy that can prevent anybody from getting snipped. I mean, he is 6'1". I don't remember the last time I've seen a goalie perform with those kind of numbers on a Master Set this early, though, without the upgrades. Brian Leach. Look at that speed for Brian Leach. 98 speed, dang near 99 shot, 6'1", 190. For a defenseman? Ooh. Oh, you gotta have that. You gotta have that for defenseman. That's nice. Comes with the speed boost. Could be max speed, dang near max shot. That's wild. That is he's gonna have max shot too. If you unlock both synergies, Brian Leach comes with max everything. And then there's the truck. Jaromir Jagr, 6'3", 254. Does he come with the speed center? He does. The cheat codes out there. You can't go wrong with either one. To have that speed on defense, the fastest defenseman possible, the best shot possible, I think you have to go Brian Leach. But if you can pick up that Jagr as well, comes with the lead edges and everything, with that speed, that size, tough one to bring down too. Now let's talk about these 90 overall Stanley Cup playoff cards and where you go. Because at the end of the day, what you're paying for, it doesn't really matter so much what the card looks like, because only one player is going to get the 98. Well, you'll get 2 players with the 97, but for the most part, the rest, it'll be downhill. Tarasenko, Florida, Tampa Bay in the first round, Boston in the second round. I don't know if I like their path. When you go trajectory into difficulty 2+, we've seen Florida do it last season. I don't know if I like it this year. Kevin Fiala, Edmonton versus Edmonton. Oilers have won the last 2 matchups against these guys in the playoffs. The one team Edmonton's really had playoff success against. Edmonton, another team that hasn't really proven that they can go deep in the playoffs. So again, I don't know if I'm a big fan of LA's player or Edmonton. Now, if Fiala were to go really cheap, they were to win the first round. There's that direction to look at, I guess. Max Domi. Toronto can't get past Boston. Hasn't got past Boston. Is this their year? I don't think so. I don't think anything's changed. I don't think anything's changed in Toronto or Boston to say, hey, what's different? Now, the thing is, they have been games down to the wire. They've gone to game 7s. They know each other so well. But at the end of the day, the system is the system. The Boston system has beaten the Toronto system, and neither team's really, skewed away from that system. A couple of different players. For the most part, the core's been there. Looking at, I don't know, though, Bergeron. You down Bergeron? When Bergeron was younger and is playing this team, is that different? Is that a difference maker? I don't know. Philip Peronic, that's a tough one. Too much of a coin flip for me, I think, honestly. Philip Peronic, Vancouver, #1 seed. coming in, playing a number 2 seed. We're coming in, playing a wild card team. Going to get the winner of Edmonton and LA. I really like Vancouver. I really like Vancouver to come out into the conference finals and put on a show. I like Vancouver as a chance to win the Stanley Cup. Is that young team ready for it? I think so. I think they're getting wiser amongst their day, wiser and better, becoming more of the wily veterans are some of these youngsters getting used to being here. I like it. Seth Jarvis against the Islanders. I think there's a chance the Islanders upset the Carolina Hurricanes. I do. I think so, just on the basis that New York is flaming hot. There was a team that had to make the playoffs out of that bunch. It was like 5 teams. It just felt like nobody wanted it ending the season, and somebody was going to get hot and get that playoff spot, get the last Metro spot, and it was the New York Islanders. It is a scary time in the league to play a team when they are hot. The Islanders are scolding hot. I'm staying away from Carolina. Islanders might be a great one, honestly. Islanders going to be a really good one. A risky one because of just a 1-series one. I don't know if they get deep at all. I think they get out of the first round. I think it's for that reason, you might see people write them off early. It might be a really cheap card to buy because it's Carolina they're playing. Might be able to get the +2. Might be able to get that quick flip. Then you have the Vegas Golden Knights. Vegas Dallas. That's going to be a matchup. That is going to be a great matchup. Vegas is going to do what Vegas does best. Bring some players back off long-term IR. Be well over the cap. Give them a little bit of a boost there if they need it. But Dallas playing some of the best hockey in the league right now. And you're playing really well. When the netminder's playing hot, the team's playing hot, it's hard to bet against them. I'm going to stay away from Vegas. Winnipeg, Colorado. Another scary matchup. Because Winnipeg is smoking hot. And you're still going up against Colorado, who is former Stanley Cup winner, still has that core that did it, can reel off win after win after win after win any second, any moment. Connor Hellebuyck's kind of the guy that's got to carry this team. Connor Hellebuyck's the guy that has beaten the Colorado Avalanche every time he's seen him this season, though. Still a good chance. If you want to take the Flyer, it really depends where these cards end up. If we end up seeing them, 60K, 50, 70, 60K, whatever, typical 90 overall ranges, they fall to that. I like the chance. I love the chance, actually, because then it's like low risk, high reward. I'm picking up a guy like this on Winnipeg. Now, if, they're valued way overpriced compared to the other 90 overalls, then, going to avoid that a little bit. Then there's Anthony Cirelli, Tampa Bay. Again, we already went over the Florida story. Tough matchup here. Probably gonna, again, this could be the same about a lot of these guys. If they're at floor value where they really can't drop much more, then I might pick them up. Otherwise, kind of avoiding them. Charlie Coyle, Boston, like the Boston pickup, as we talked about earlier against Toronto. Boston, a team that can make a run. At the very least, going to get to that 92. Great chance at a 93. Then anything happens in it. Once you get any further than this, am I mathing that right? Let me see something. I feel like I read that wrong because it should be +2 for every series win, not just the first series win. Did I read that wrong? Because I apologize if that's what happened, because I swear that's what I read, but they said max was a 98, and that's not going to happen. 2 overall points for a series win. Okay, it was 2 overall points for a series win. Upgrades for each additional series win. Okay, that's what it was. That's what I was reading. I was reading +1, so that's my mistake. Nonetheless, you look at that and say a great chance at a 94 for a Boston Bruins player here. And then we're going to, where we at? We're down here to Middlestat. I could see Middlestat being expensive because he's on Colorado. And Colorado could be on upset watch here. So I'd probably stay away from Middlestat. Gustav Nyquist. I just don't see Nashville, or something about him. I don't take him serious in the playoffs. I need to see it proven. We're going to walk right past him. Stuart Skinner. As always, never a great investment picking up a goaltender, so probably avoiding Edmonton as a whole as well. So, going back on it, I like the Boston pickup, and I like the Vancouver pickup. And then, there's a couple teams in there, we mentioned it, who, if they're at bare minimum, floor value, go to pick them up as well. Nonetheless, though, as always, it is your choice, invest how you please. Hopefully, this video was helpful for y'all. As always, if you enjoyed it, I appreciate you liking and subscribing. You never have to. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.